Keep chatting for another minute or two, and I'll give you another heads up. Thank you. Hey, Rabbi. How are you? All right, now I'll give a 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning. It's good to see everybody. All right. Well, now the official welcome for everybody to our commission meeting, and we'll start with a call to order and roll call.
Certainly. Mayor Brook,
Here.
Commissioner Sarah,
Present.
Commissioner Simmons,
Here.
Commissioner McHugh,
On his way. Oh, he's on by phone. That's right. I forgot. I heard him.
City Manager Givens. Here. City Attorney Hearn.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah. If everybody would please rise and join us in a moment of silence, as we've been doing often lately, in the memory of this beautiful Vice Mayor, Nancy Mateer. Her family is here. Welcome. And it won't just be a moment. It'll be at least 1 minute. So thank you. Thank you all so much. I know I need that time. Next, we have with us this evening, if you'd please remain standing, Regan Giordano, Park Ridge Christian Academy, third grader. Is it Reagan?
It's Reagan.
Reagan. Nice to meet you, Reagan. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. And Harper Giordano, kindergarten from Park Ridge Christian. Hi, Harper. Welcome. Have you guys ever led the pledge before?
No. No.
Yeah, no. Well, this is going to be great. So when I count to 3, you'll lead us in the pledge, okay? 1, 2, 3.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was fantastic. That was great. All you young ladies will remain standing, everybody else can sit. We have a couple of T-shirts for you to bring down. You bring down that.
I'm gonna give me a 5. Sorry. 5. There we go.
So that one's so perfect.
Yep. I got a T-shirt. Right. It says.
Great, and this one is for you. That's a T-shirt, so you get to hold it for the picture. Great. All right. Yep, absolutely. We're going to be a little bit more centered. We're going to kind of put Harper somewhat in the middle. Sound good? All right, good job. Thanks for coming. Mics are up
Got the
here.
one right there.
Just so that we have it, but I know this is the Business Excellence Award. And is it Caitlin that's going to take us away with this? All right.
There is a Caitlin.
Here's to watch.
All right, well, good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Caitlin Collier, Economic Development Officer. We are so excited to be here. Tonight, the Economic Development Office is proud to recognize the recipients of the 2026 Business Excellence Awards. These awards celebrate businesses that help strengthen Coral Springs through innovation, community involvement, customer service, sustainability, and long-standing dedication to our city. Each of tonight's honorees represent the entrepreneurial spirit and business-friendly culture that continue to make Coral Springs a vibrant place to live, work, and thrive. Also, a big shout out to Lynn and the communications and marketing team on capturing and creating these beautiful videos of these businesses. So big, big thank you. And what's going to happen is we are going to play a short video. Ask the businesses to come up to receive their award. We're going to take a little picture and we'll go from there. All right? Our first category in the Small Company Award for a local business with 49 or fewer employees. Originally founded in Manhattan in 1932, Art Bag relocated to Coral Springs and continues its legacy as one of the nation's premier luxury handbag restoration companies. With a dedicated team of 4 employees, they provide specialized craftsmanship to clients both locally and nationwide. Their story reflects the welcoming hometown environment that makes Coral Springs a place where businesses can thrive. Congratulations to Art Bag. Come and receive your award.
And I'd like to give all the winners a quick opportunity to say a little bit about their business. Would you like to share?
Sure.
Great.
A little bit about the business. Thank you.
Perfect. I love it. Wait, I'll take a picture.
Pleasure to recognize this next company that represents true innovation, steady growth, and an unwavering commitment to our local community. Founded in 2002, CTS Engines has grown into a global leader in aircraft engine maintenance, repair, and overhaul services. Headquartered in Coral Springs, due to our strategic location, the company employs approximately 120 local team members and serves customers around the world. CTS Engines represents innovation, high-performance industry expertise, and continued economic impact within our community. Please join us in congratulating CTS Engines for the Large Company Award.
So before I hand the mic over, hopefully for more than just a few words, where's the gentleman? I got you. CTS Engines is a really special company in our community. They're actually a world leader in regards to engines, not just manufacturing but repairing.
Right.
And I'm going to let him share more about what CTS represents in our community, and if you wouldn't mind sharing why you chose Coral Springs.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you for this. Thank you to the commission. So I bet you all didn't know you had a jet engine maintenance company in your backyard here, but that's exactly what we do. We maintain, repair, and overhaul jet engines on wide-body aircraft. So that's anything from a Boeing 747, 57, all the way up to the Airbus A380, which is the largest passenger jet in the world. And so all this is happening right in our own backyard here in Coral Springs. And the decision to move here was actually a very easy one for me. I grew up in Coral Springs, so this is a place I know and love very well. And I definitely had some influence maybe when it came time to move of suggested neighborhoods, and the space was available and the stars aligned and timing was perfect, and we couldn't be more excited to be part of this community.
We're very happy to have you be a part of it.
Now we turn our attention to a business that has quickly made a mark on our city, not just through growth, but through purpose, service, and vision. The 2026 Company to Watch Award goes to John Holistic Wellness and Head Spa. Founded in 2024 by Coral Springs native Dr. Anu Kashi, John Holistic Wellness and Head Spa is the region's only Vedic-inspired head spa. By blending modern medicine science with holistic wellness practices, the business has quickly become a unique and innovative addition to Coral Springs' growing wellness industry. Beyond their services, John also dedicates 10% of their proceeds to educational scholarships for girls because they believe in the power of investing in the next generation of female leaders. We are excited to recognize John Holistic Wellness and Head Spa as a rising business making an early impact in our city. Your award.
And while the doctor's coming up, Commissioner Sarah is wondering, can you help him? And you're welcome to say a few words, Doctor. Here you go. Make sure the mic's on.
Thank you. We are Coral Springs' first Ayurveda-inspired head spa and natural hair growth solutions, where we offer not only natural hair growth solutions, but innovative and cutting-edge and leading science innovations for hair growth, as well as spa services. We're excited to be part of Coral Springs, so thanks for having us. And I, like the other company, has grown up in Coral Springs, so I'm excited to be back in my own hometown. Be able to offer these amazing services that we have to offer.
Awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations.
We are honored to present the 2026 Legacy Award to a business that has served the community for over 40 years, Pink Ponytail Salon. Serving Coral Springs since 1985, the salon has been a staple in the community for over 4 decades. Owned and operated by sisters Simi and Roya Saramut, the salon continues the legacy started by their mother while providing exceptional beauty and wellness services to generations of clients. Their commitment to excellence, customer relationships, and continued growth has made them a lasting part of the Coral Springs business community. Congratulations to Pink Ponytail Salon. Please come up and accept your award.
And would you like to share?
Write down because I can't
Perfect,
remember.
perfect.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Thank you so much for the City of Coral Springs for this incredible honor. Pink Ponytail was founded by our mother in 1985, and she had a vision and started, and her vision has grown into something truly special. Today, my sister and I are proud to continue the legacy alongside our amazing team. Most of them are here tonight. They've been with us for many years and truly feel like family. We're so grateful to our loyal clients and this wonderful community that has supported us for decades. Coral Springs has been our home, and it means so much to us to be recognized by the city we love. Thank you so much for this honor.
We are proud to honor a local entrepreneur with a deep commitment to community and sustainability, the Bin Doctor. Since 2017, the Bin Doctor has provided environmentally responsible trash bin cleaning and sanitation services throughout Coral Springs. Using chemical-free processes, safe wastewater disposal methods, and reduced water usage, the company continues to prioritize both public health and environmental stewardship. Their commitment to sustainable practices and community care makes them truly deserving of this recognition. Please join me in congratulating the Bin Doctor for the 2026 Sustainability Award.
So, Spiro, you've been a wonderful part of our community for quite some time, been very active in our chamber, and you came and met with us early on, and just big congratulations from all of us on your success. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. The economic team, Caitlin, Layla, and Christy, you guys are fantastic. We've been in business for 9 years now at servicing Coral Springs, and our commitment to sustainability and protecting the environment while we come to your house and clean, sanitize your bins, and businesses, we do the dumpsters and the compactors. It's a mission that we take seriously, and we also tip our hat to Vice Mayor Nancy Mateer, whose commitment to sustainability we cherish. And so we thank you very much for this honor.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Keep up the good work.
Our next honoree has truly captivated the heart of the community. Founded in Coral Springs in 2015, Drake Irish Dance South Florida is part of an internationally recognized school featuring world-level competitors. Drake is dedicated to providing inclusive dance programs with strong community and cultural focus. Through performances, outreach, and annual fundraisers supporting the Kara Dances On Foundation, they continue to honor the memory of a Marjorie Stoneman Douglas victim while spreading joy, resilience, and connection through dance. We are proud to recognize Drake Irish Dance, South Florida, for embodying the heart of Coral Springs. Please come up to accept your award.
Would you like to share about your business
Sure.
and all your dancers?
Well, first of all, thank you, Mr. Mayor, and all the city commissioners and the city of Coral Springs. This is an amazing and truly humbling experience, so I'm very honored and grateful. We've been in business almost 11 years now in Coral Springs, and we teach kids ages 3 all the way to adults, and we have had so many kids go off to nationals, regionals, worlds, so we've been really successful, and I'm very, very grateful.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And can you tell us where you're located?
Yes, we are just on Atlantic, just in between University and Coral Springs Drive, and we offer first month free.
All right.
Yeah, come check us out.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Our final award recognizes a business that has been a staple in the city with a deep commitment to the families that make up our community. The Commissioner's Award goes to none other than Soul Source Shoe Repair and Alterations. Founded in 1996 by Francesco Montalbano, Soul Source has served generations of Coral Springs residents through traditional craftsmanship, personalized service, and attention to detail. For nearly 30 years, this locally owned business has continued to adapt and thrive while preserving a specialized trade that is becoming increasingly rare. We are honored to recognize Soul Source Shoe Repair and Alterations for their dedication and lasting impact on our community. Please come up to accept your award.
So I've been going to Frank's store for about 30 years. And I can tell you, Frank is one of the nicest, most professional human beings you can ever meet. Always with a smile, very charismatic, great professional, and we're really very happy to give you this award. And congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. I appreciate it. And for the smile, I sniff glue all day long. For the last 40, 80 something years, I've been sniffing glue. So I'm always happy, so it's all good. But it's a great city to do business in. Watching children grow up and then becoming customers of mine is fantastic. Now I'm bringing on the other half, my third generation right here, my son Vincent. So hopefully we're just going to continue until we just can't anymore. But we appreciate the award. Thank you so much, Commissioner.
You bet. And just one more thing. Let everybody know where on Sample you are.
Right across the street, about 9831 West Sample Road. It's just next to Jet's Pizza and on the corner of Coral Hills Drive.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the City of Coral Springs and Economic Development Office, we'd like to congratulate all of tonight's award recipients and thank them for their continued investment in our community. These businesses help make Coral Springs a stronger, more innovative, and well-connected city. We are proud to celebrate their success tonight. Thank you so much, guys.
We have a fair amount of recognitions tonight, so please bear with us. It really is one of our favorite things to do is to acknowledge success in our community and also acknowledge certain heritage as we're doing later on this evening as well. You heard something in common from a lot of the businesses, and you heard people that have grown up here, that have been here for 30, 40 years. And that's something that I just think makes us very unique and very special. And it takes a whole community to be able to give that kind of love to a business and to individuals that lead a business. And we, on behalf of the City Commission, we want to thank all the business owners that are here for being an integral part of our community, and we wish you continued success. So thank you.
Can we have members of the Clergy Coalition and the members of the Multicultural Advisory Committee come down? All right, so this is a proclamation for National Day of Prayer. The Clergy Coalition of Coral Springs, Parkland, and Northwest Broward is proud to announce the 38th Annual National Day of Prayer on Thursday, May 7, 2026, at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts at 7 p.m. The City of Coral Springs is recognized as an inclusive community and a community of respect. As such, it embraces people of different faiths, which is clearly demonstrated in this annual celebration, highlighting the strength and diversity found in our community. We are proud of our vibrant and unique relationship with the Clergy Coalition, with whom we have partnered in several events and programs. Every house of worship in the greater Coral Springs area is invited to participate. A youth representative from the participating congregations will lead the prayer while the clergy stands by to lend support. This non-denominational event, hosted by the Clergy Coalition of Coral Springs, Parkland, and Northwest Broward, with the support of the Coral Springs Multicultural Advisory Committee, brings together people from all faiths to pray, sing, or chant, demonstrating our respect for the world's religions while praying for our nation, our leaders, and peace in our community. We invite all residents to join in this meaningful celebration with their families and friends and share in community fellowship. And this was requested by Vice Mayor Nancy Mateer. And Mayor Brooke will read the proclamation.
We can give the Vice Mayor a round of applause for making sure this happens. And let me tell you, this National Day of Prayer is very important for all of us. I think these days, especially for a bunch of reasons that you probably all know, and to be able to come together and have these diverse religions come together under one house, and it's 7 o'clock tomorrow at the Center for the Arts. It's a very special thing that our community does. And the special proclamation for National Day of Prayer reads as follows: Let us find in our hearts and prayers the determination to put aside our differences, come together, and truly see one another as fellow human beings. We should give thanks in accordance with our own faiths and consciences for our many freedoms and blessings, and wholeheartedly celebrate the 38th Annual Coral Springs National Day of Prayer, proclaimed today by the entire Commission. Thank you, Commissioner.
There we go. Just briefly, I believe I speak on behalf of the entire committee when I say it's such an honor to accept this proclamation. I know National Day of Prayer is a day and event that we look forward to each and every year. So just to echo the Mayor and Commissioner Simmons, we would love to see each and every one of you out there tomorrow, 7 p.m., Center for the Arts. It is such a beautiful event when we come together with just a variety of houses of worship and celebrate together. So we look forward to it and hope to see everyone there.
So at this time, we'd like to call up the family of Vice Mayor Mateer to receive this proclamation. You can please give them your warm round of applause. So good to have you here. Blessings, blessings. So we are proclaiming Haitian Heritage Month by the City Commission. And I'll read a portion of the background, and then Commissioner Simmons will read some more. Haitian Heritage Month is celebrated in May to honor Haitian and Haitian American communities, showcasing appreciation for their culture, their heritage, enriching the lives of the nation, the state, and our beautiful city of Coral Springs. Haitian Americans have made significant contributions in every facet of society, enhancing the state and the nation through their work as educators, authors, community leaders, activists, athletes, artists, musicians, and politicians.
This May, we also pause to honor the memory of our Vice Mayor Nancy Mateer, who made history in 2020 as the first Haitian American and first Black woman elected to represent Coral Springs. Her trailblazing legacy is a testament to the very contributions this month celebrates, and her loss is felt deeply across our community and beyond. The City of Coral Springs encourages all residents to honor this observance, recognizing that America's strength lies in its diversity, and that the barriers broken by leaders like Vice Mayor Mateer light the way for generations to come. And Commissioner Sarah has the proclamation. He will read it. There you go, Commissioner.
Thank you. I want to thank the audience for remaining standing. That's a genuine sign of respect and appreciation, so thank you so much. This is a special proclamation for Haitian Heritage Month, dedicated to the Mateer family. The city of Coral Springs joins Haitians in May to celebrate their culture, art, cuisine, and enduring legacy that have enriched our city, state, and nation. This year, we honor the legacy and the life and service of our own Vice Mayor, Nancy Mateer, who was the first Black and Haitian American woman elected to the City of Coral Springs Commission, and for her dedication to this community, to the Haitian people, and to more just and equitable future, a legacy that will never be forgotten and continue to light the way for generations to come. Therefore, we, the City Commission of Coral Springs, proclaim May of 2026 as Haitian Heritage Month and dedication to the Mateer family and the great city of Coral Springs.
Thank you, everyone. On behalf of my family, of course, I'd like to tell all the city, thank you so much for this award, or this proclamation. As all of you know, Nancy was a proud Haitian American woman. She carried that within her being. It was the fiber that created all that we know. Of course, we have our wonderful grandmother who inspired her, and as you can see, her beautiful handcrafted and sewn Haitian flag shirt she made herself had to be worn specifically for this day. So again, even though Nancy is gone, we will continue to hold on to her as best we can, and we will continue her legacy. So thank you.
Yeah, so before we move on to the next one, I want to just give the Mateer family a very special thank you for continuing to be with us, being an integral part of our community. You're coming to these events, and we see you, and we love you, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Our next proclamation was brought forward by our Vice Mayor Mateer. This is a proclamation for Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. If I could please ask Johnson Ng if he's here. A member of On Leon Merchant Association of Miami Charter. Please give it up. So, brief background on this. In recognition of Asian American and Pacific Islanders, which is AAPI Heritage Month, we honor the presence and profound contributions of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders throughout the entire United States. For more than 2 centuries, AAPI communities have played an integral role in shaping the nation's economy, culture, education, politics, arts, literature, science, and technological advances. In Coral Springs, nearly 5% of our residents identify as Asian, a vibrant and valued part of our community's fabric. Their active civic participation and dedication to sharing their rich cultural heritage and traditions reflect the diversity and strength that define our city.
All right. This is a special proclamation, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. The City of Coral Springs recognizes Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month and encourages all residents to observe, recognize, and celebrate the culture, heritage, and contributions of Asian American and Pacific Islanders to our country, state, county, and city. Therefore, we, the City Commission of Coral Springs, proclaim May 2026 as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in the City of Coral Springs, dated May 6, 2026, signed by the Commission. Thank you so much.
May I ask Alfonso to say something on behalf of our President, Winnie Tang?
Hi, Mr. Mayor and Commissioners. I'm Alfonso Wong. I'm a member of the Coral Springs Chinese Cultural Association. We have been in the city for over 35 years. And we are so honored that the city recognized the contribution of the Asians to the society and to the community. And here I would like to say that I hope we'll continue be productive. And hopefully we'll have a long way to go. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a picture.
connected to key tenets of American identity, including our nation's commitment to freedom of religion and conscience. Each May, we recognize Jewish Americans who have woven their accomplishments into the fabric of our national identity. Generations of Jewish people have fled oppression and persecution, seeking a better life, and in turn made indispensable contributions to American civic life. This spirit is embodied in the Jewish concept of Lador Vador, which means from generation to generation. The commitment to continuity, responsibility, and healing the world for those who come after us. And I'm going to allow Commissioner Simmons to read the proclamation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All right, this is a special proclamation for Jewish American Heritage Month. Jewish Americans continue to help our country thrive and prosper. In the month of May, we honor the timeless traditions, heritage, and contributions of Jewish Americans who drive our progress as a city, county, state, and nation each and every day. The City of Coral Springs pledges to confront bigotry and anti-Semitism wherever and whenever it surfaces. Therefore, we, the City Commission of Coral Springs, proclaim May 2026 as Jewish American Heritage Month in the City of Coral Springs, dated May 6, 2026, signed by the Commission.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Rabbi Friedman, on behalf of the Jewish community, thank you, Mayor, a dear friend, thank you, commissioners. I will just say that although we're celebrating Jewish Heritage Month, as Jews, we don't see our Judaism as something private and exclusive. Jews don't ever try and proselytize or convert people. But we have a God-given mission, Isaiah tells us, to be a light unto the nations and to teach morals and ethics and to be role models of how to live an ethical, meaningful, productive life. This is a job that we have to internalize and to shine our light, to be a light unto the nations. It's almost 3,500 years ago that God came to the Jewish people at Mount Sinai and introduced the moral code. The Maimonides tells us, the Jews said, we will be the ones to teach that to all of humanity. So thank you for honoring the Jewish people. And in turn, we accept both the honor and the responsibility of being a light and shining goodness and kindness in the whole world.
Well, just a thank you to the city for being so welcoming and supportive of the Jewish community. And in turn, we are here committed to continue to be there for the community in whatever capacity we can. Thank you.
I'll reach out Friday. Got it. Beth, if you'll come on up. If you're both coming up, come on up. Beth Taché, a leader in the mental health movement. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome. So, background on this Bloom Connect project. It's dedicated to strengthening community well-being through events, partnerships, and programs that increase access to support and meaningful connections across South Florida. This proclamation is for Mental Health Awareness Month. This year, the Bloom Connect project is proud to host the South Florida Mental Wellness Summit at Expo, and Beth will share more about that. It's an annual one-day event dedicated to fostering resilience, education, and community support around mental health. And Beth and her team bring about some incredible leaders in the mental health movement. And it's just very, very grateful for all your work. So besides individuals, organizations, and leaders, the Summit Expo creates a space for connection, education, and lasting impact. And we are proud to support the Bloom Connect project and its initiatives. This year it'll be held October 22nd at the Charles F. Dodge City Center in Pembroke Pines. And for all of you, or any of you that are struggling with any kind of mental health illness or have somebody in your family that does, There are solutions, there are connections that you can make to help resolve your issues and just get better. And it's okay to not be okay. And that's one of the strongest missions in my life, is to help break the stigma that's often connected with mental illness. And you'll hear me share this. We cannot have a community focused on mental wellness unless we can address mental illness. So I'd like to hand the mic over to Beth so she can share a little bit more about her mission and this particular event. And congratulations and thank you for your leadership.
Thank you, Mayor Brook. Thank you, commissioners. It's a great honor to be here. It's a great honor to accept this proclamation on behalf of the South Florida Mental Wellness Summit and Expo and the entire committee. We've been doing this event for about 9 years. This is the second year under the Bloom Connect Project brand. It brings together, as Mayor Brooks said, it brings together the community. It brings together regular people just like you, just like me. I'm in marketing. My background is not mental health. This is something that has really become a passion project for me. I see a lot of you out here, and I know Mayor Brook was saying, if you're struggling or if you know somebody's struggling, but this literally is for all of you. It's for our first responders. It's for literally everybody that's sitting here today. It is on October 22nd. It is an all-day event. We come, we bring solutions. I also just want to shout out to Mayor Brook. Not only are we getting this beautiful proclamation, but Mayor Brook has been a part of the committee for a couple of years now, so I'm his boss. Just kidding. I also brought, this was our booklet from last year. We connect also and partner with the Broward County Public Schools. We have teens involved, the youth. It's really important to start talking about this early on. We also do have a first responder segment. And I'm going to leave some of these booklets. If anybody's interested, obviously you can speak to the mayor, and the information is also there. Thank you so much. I know I just spoke a lot. Sorry.
You did great. You did great. Renzo, do you want to?
She covered it all.
She did well. Wonderful. Oh, you're going to read the proclamation? Yes. Yes. Come on over.
You got carried away. You were doing so good, too.
I'm sorry.
So this is a special proclamation for Mental Health Awareness Month. The City of Coral Springs proclaims the month of May as Mental Health Awareness Month to raise awareness of mental health, encourage those living with mental illnesses to seek help, and uplift the message, you are not alone. Therefore, we, the City Commission of Coral Springs, proclaim May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month in the great city of Coral Springs, signed by the entire commission, May 6, 2026.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Our last proclamation of the evening is a very special group that we're very, very proud of. If Chief Mock and his team could please come up for the proclamation of National Police Week. Welcome. Thank you. Thanks for everything. Mad respect. Thanks for everything. You guys are awesome. Awesome. It's good to see you too. So I'll go over. Yeah, come on. Show some love. Well, first I want to say that you guys are just an amazing group, and we're just so proud of not only the leadership, but the department and every member within. And they are absolutely our offense and defense every day, and they are here to protect and serve. And it's one of the best things about living in Coral Springs is that we know that we're going to get the support if we need it, and it's going to be in a very timely manner and done professionally. So we really, really do value every single one of you that serve in our city. In 1962, President Kennedy proclaimed May 15th as National Police Officers Memorial Day, and the calendar week in which May 15 falls as National Police Week. Established by a joint resolution of Congress in 1962, National Police Week pays special recognition to support law enforcement communities while honoring officers who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. During Police Week, the Coral Springs Police Department, as well as all police departments throughout the United States, will be commemorating law enforcement officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to their communities and, in doing so, have established for themselves an inviolable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. The members of the Coral Springs Police Department play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of Coral Springs and provide a vital public service. It is important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, sacrifices of law enforcement, and that members of the Coral Springs Police Department recognize their duty to serve the people.
So we'll hand this over to the chief in a moment. Special proclamation for National Police Week. The Coral Springs Police Department serves as the primary safeguard for our residents and visitors who live in and visit our community, serving approximately 136,000 residents as of the time of this proclamation, but now over 140,000. With 225 police officers and 99 civilian members, the members of the CSPD are dedicated to providing the highest level of professional service to the community. They exhibit bravery, strength, and compassion daily to keep Coral Springs a premier community in which to live, work, and raise a family. Therefore, we, the City of Coral Springs, proclaim the week of May 10 to May 16th as Police Week. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So first off, Mayor, Commissioner Sarah, Commissioner Simmons, thank you very much, and of course Commissioner McHugh being retired from us. Appreciate his support. But first I want to say that thank you for the support, not only from the commission, but City Manager Givens, City Manager's office, city employees, and then most importantly our public. We could not do our job to the caliber we do without the support that we have, so I want to say thank you. Every year this week, it means a lot to us in law enforcement, and if you've ever gone to Washington, D.C., or you ever make it to Washington, D.C., I strongly encourage you to go to the Law Enforcement Memorial that is there. Every year, well over 100 names go on the memorial. Last year, 2025, there was 111 police officers in the country that were killed in the line of duty. It's a shame what happens, but also it's important to honor and remember those that make the ultimate sacrifice so everyday people can go about their business, live without fear, and go live the American dream. I want to say thank you to everybody for this. Thank you to my command staff, and more importantly, thank you to the men and women of the Coral Springs Police Department and all those that serve across this great country for the sacrifices you do. It is an honor to work for, with, and around you. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.
and that's why I wear Jordans.
Yeah, and with Commissioner Simmons' leadership, that's why I wear Brooks. All right, we are up to public comment. Do we have any signed speakers?
Mayor, you have 4 signed speakers this evening. Your first signed speaker is Denise Fettigate.
Yes, like this, if you like him, like this. Thank you. Welcome.
Hello. Good evening. I'm Denise Fatigate. I'm here tonight as a resident of Coral Springs and president of Coral Springs Youth Soccer. First and foremost, CSYS would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family of and the commission on the loss of Nancy. She was a shining light, and our community will miss her greatly. As our city's longest-running independent soccer league, we're proud of our history, but we're even more focused on our future. Recently, we've held productive meetings with Parks and Rec, City Manager's Office, and various civic leaders. Most importantly, we've been in close contact with other soccer leaders throughout our community. The upcoming season for CSYS is going to be exceptional. A majority of our 30-member board recently met with the leadership from Fort Lauderdale United. The meeting was defined by mutual respect and a shared love for the game and community. Together, we've built a bright, forward-thinking plan for the 26-27 season. This partnership with the United organization will bring dynamic new opportunities to our players. We're planning sessions where our youth can learn directly from professional players and trainers. We're also developing new programs to support our coaches and special events for our volunteers and the wider community. Within our own board, the energy is electric. Beyond these new partnerships, we're already working hard on summer activities, registration updates, and better visibility for our local sponsors. We know that Coral Springs families value choice. Whether they're playing at a high competitive level or just learning the basics. When a family chooses our league, they find a welcoming environment that supports them at every turn. We remain fully committed to providing a premier recreational program that's fun, accessible, and competitive. We trust the Commission will continue to support a wide range of opportunities for our residents. For our part, CSYS is ready to serve the city with the same heart we've shown for decades, backed by the hundreds of volunteers who make this league the center of our soccer community. Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. So normally, yeah, we can clap. We can clap. I'll let you. Sure. Thank you. So just to let you know, normally we don't respond after a speaker in public comment, and typically that's because we don't want to necessarily engage in a debate and go back and forth, and we'll reserve comments for city commissioner communications. So I'm taking the liberty to say thank you all for what you do and have done for all of our children throughout the years. Many of you do not have children in the program for many years, and yet you're still a leader for the families that we have. And yes, I have a similar vision, and this is a place for soccer abilities of all kinds. And hopefully, Aiden will be in the U19 if he decides to play while he's in his first year of college. I plan to be coaching my grandson. So thank you again for your leadership, and I'm looking forward to the partnership. So thank you. And our next signed speaker.
Our next signed speaker is Tommy Smith.
Welcome. Good evening.
First off, my condolences to Nancy's family. Hi, my name's Tommy Smith. I'm a local business owner in Coral Springs. I'm also the chairman of Fort Lauderdale United SC. I'm here tonight with my wife and 4 kids and a couple members from my team. We're just here tonight to make a suggestion. Is our organization just be considered as an additional youth soccer program in the city of Coral Springs, which I believe that will benefit the community in many ways. Starting with our relationship with Coral Springs Rec, CSYS, which will include incorporating additional events, clinics, first touch programs at no cost, coaching development programs, providing additional opportunities, pathways, whether it be athletics or business internships. We also see that there's an opportunity to develop a Coral Springs homegrown soccer program owned by Coral Springs and its residents Established a fully funded academy team similar to the Junior Panthers. Full-time college recruiting program and ID camps included for all students regardless of economic status or registration. Established a local Coral Springs futsal program and adult league. We estimate a community investment of the following: installation of a mini pitch sponsored by the Gamebridge Super League, annual field donations, travel rec scholarship funds. Estimate that value over 5 years is approximately $2 million. Honestly, come here today just to be a partner in the community. Coral Springs has done a lot for myself, my family. You know, we've done really, we really want to be a part of the community, and in our latest, we feel that we can support the residents and the community in a high level and be an alternate program within the community.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Nice to have you. And our next sign speaker?
Our third sign speaker is Alex St. Pugh.
Good evening, Alex. Nice to have you with us.
It all makes sense when I'm a little bit of a social media guy. Alex St. Preux, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. I'm here again regarding my roof color case, but more importantly, regarding the process behind it. First, I want to say this: Coral Springs is a great city. My family and I chose to live here for many reasons, and we love it here. Throughout this entire situation, my goal has never been conflict. My goal has been collaboration, clarity, and consistency. When I received the citation for my roof color being black in November, I complied immediately. Submitted an ARC application, attended meetings, communicated with a commissioner, provided documentation, and followed every step the city asked of me. During this process, I was initially cited for having said black roof. After further review, the city came to my home, inspected the roof in person, and agreed, roof's not black. My roof is a mixture of iron ore and peppercorn, and for those of you that have no idea what that is, it's a fancy way to say shades of gray. Yet, despite that acknowledgement, my application was still denied because the roof appears black from the road. That is where this process stopped making logical sense to me, because if the standard is no longer the actual color, but instead how someone subjectively interprets it from the street, then residents are left without a clear standard to follow. At the same time, there are dark bronze and charcoal roofs throughout the city that have already been approved. So naturally, residents are going to ask, said resident, where's the consistency? What is the actual standard, and how are these decisions being applied evenly? I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm asking for transparency and a process that residents can reasonably understand and trust. And respectfully, because we said so, can't be the standard residents are expected to accept when major financial decisions are involved. I also hope that one of our elected officials will step up and take this matter seriously, because from a resident standpoint, that has not happened in the last 7 months. Residents deserve leadership that is willing to engage, ask questions, and ensure policies are applied fairly and consistently. I remain open, again and always, to partnering with the city toward a fair and reasonable resolution, not just for myself, not for the 190,000 online viewers that are now invested in this, but for the current and future homeowners trying to navigate this process as well. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Mr. St. Preux. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Mayor?
Yes.
Or point of personal privilege.
No problem.
Alex, you and I engaged each other on social media. I think it was early March. And I asked you to email me, and then I think you went on vacation. I just looked. You did email me March 30th. I missed it. I'm so sorry. I just, full transparency, I told you to email me, and I missed it. So just want to put that out there. You did email me, and I appreciate you doing that. Sorry, Mr. Mayor.
No problem. No, that's appropriate. No problem. Any other signed speakers?
Our final signed speaker is Brian Jessup.
Good evening. Welcome.
Coral Springs resident since 2017, homeowner, law enforcement officer, city in Broward as well. I just want you guys to know my kids play at Coral Springs Soccer Club. I was glad to see that they got awarded the RFP, and I know that's on the agenda tonight. I just want to draw your guys' attention to page 2 of the contract, section 5, that covers compensation. This is a substantial change from the previous contract and what I've been paying before. I just want you guys to know that 25% of the tuition is paid to the city. So like the tuition for me next year is like $3,100. It's going to cost me personally an extra $760 for my daughter to play soccer in the city of Coral Springs next year. That's going directly to the city. I might just ask, does that make sense to you guys? Do you guys really need my $760? I know a lot of the parents that I've been speaking to on my phone express the same concerns. Obviously, the contract just came to light like last week. I know this is all kind of rushed and last minute stuff like that. I do know other clubs and other cities give residents discounts. So obviously, anyone can come play for Springs Soccer Club, right? You can live in any city you want. You don't have to live in Coral Springs. However, the way that the contract is designed now, that could potentially be, I guess, voted on tonight, as is now, doesn't offer any type of compensation discounts or any type of reprieve to Coral Springs residents, which to me doesn't really make any sense. All I would ask is if you guys could just talk about that, consider it before you guys make a vote. I don't know if there's anything that you guys can do about it tonight, to be honest with you. I just want you guys to be aware. I didn't even get a chance to do any research or look at the previous contracts or exactly what other cities do. This is all secondhand word of mouth stuff. I wasn't even planning to come tonight, so I kind of came last minute. I just wanted to speak before any type of vote was done.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So with no other signed speakers, is there anyone from the public that wishes to be heard? Please come on up.
Hello, good evening. Kurt Tiefenbrunn, 9228 Northwest 2nd Street. I just had a question and some comments surrounding item 26, the water plant treatment rehabilitation, and I hope you'll understand that comment is meant to be constructive and in no way critical at all. I understand. The question first is, the over $5 million is obviously part of the capital improvement, so it's not a surprise, but I was curious as to how much of that improvement will still be a benefit to us after the water plant has been renewed. That's not itemized or elaborated upon in the agenda packet. I'd like to bring to light that we have a water plant in southern district south of us, CSID, and North Springs north of us. And I know more about the South CSID, so I'll share that they did finish a plant in 2013, a new membrane plant at a cost of approximately $25 million. And the North Springs has a water treatment plant that's been new as well for a number of years. And my point is that it's now north of $150, maybe $200 million for a water plant for our city. And although we had a different commission back in the day, we had a different city manager, I'm not posting any blame. I'm just bringing to light that we have in the agenda tonight, just for the sake of comparison, a lot of youth sports, and I don't want anyone to get the idea that one should be looked at more at the expense of the other. It just happened to be on the agenda together, so I'll draw a comparison that those are Aquatic Center, for example, is amazing. These are great investments, but sometimes infrastructure is not fun, and it's a little boring, and so we kind of don't give it a lot of attention sometimes from perhaps the commission. I'm not sure, but I hope that we can ask some more questions, get a little more involved in not to suggest that you don't ask questions in your briefings, but maybe ask more, because my view is when it comes to infrastructure, every penny you save only costs you $1. And so now you can see where $25 million spent in 2013 is now like $200 million. So also that was spawned by the PFAS treatment schedule, and there is some chance for our city to hopefully gain some kickback from BASF and DuPont and 3M for class action. Hopefully, we can get some money out of that. CSID's collected $4 million, banked it as of now, and maybe another 1.5 over time. Hopefully, our city can recoup some funds from having PFAS in the water. That's all I have. I'm out of time. But and this is great, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the tribute to
Appreciate
Nancy.
it. Would anybody else from the public like to be heard? All right, seeing none, public comment is closed. We're up to item number 8. It's a public hearing, ordinance 2026-105, first reading.
This is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Coral Springs, Florida, finalizing and adopting the annual operating budget and capital improvement program for fiscal year 25-26, reviewed, modified, and approved by the City Commission at meetings held on July 29, 2025, September 15, 2025, and September 25, 2025, which includes the budget for the general fund, water and sewer, fire, solid waste, charter school, stormwater, public art, debt service, health and liability, equipment services, tree trust funds, museum fund, and capital improvement program funds. Providing in the event of a variation from the total budget is or becomes necessary, this ordinance shall be amended only by a subsequent ordinance consistent with Chapter 166, Florida statutes, the Charter, and the Code of Ordinances of the City of Coral Springs, Florida, providing for severability, conflict, and an effective date. It's a request to hold a public hearing, approve, and set second reading.
Welcome, Ileana.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Commissioners. We're bringing forward our fiscal year 26 amendment. During strategic planning, we got consensus to move forward with the Center for the Arts renovation. And knowing that we were going through the audit, we had identified funds from our fund balance to be able to accomplish that, as well as repaying some funds that we had borrowed to take care of our turf fields this year instead of waiting in the future and taking out debt at any time, which is part of our fund balance policy. The $3.5 million that's listed in the general fund is going to come into the general fund, and that same $3.5 million is going to go into the capital fund. So these are the same dollars. It's just the way that we have to process the funds through it.
Gotcha.
If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Sure. Any questions on the left? Okay, right. Commissioner McHugh, I know you're still here. Any questions from you?
No, Mayor, I don't have any at all.
All right. Wonderful. This is a public hearing. Would somebody from the public like to be heard? All right. Seeing none, the public hearing is closed. Would somebody like to move it?
Move to approve and set second reading.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Just for everyone's edification, we have agenda briefings before our commission meetings where we get to ask a lot of different questions and go through some of the items on the agenda. And so I ask my questions. I'm pretty sure my colleagues ask their questions. So oftentimes up here, you may not hear us ask questions because we've had them satisfactory, we've had them answered at least. Maybe not to our satisfaction sometimes, but we've had them answered. So with that, I'm complete. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Great. And that's great edification. And we get extraordinary briefings by staff, and if we have questions before or after the briefing, we get those questions answered. Any further discussion? Commissioner Serra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We officially are entering the budget season. This is not this commission's budget. This is your budget. If you live in Coral Springs, you have a vested interest in what's going on, and there's a lot of opportunity to not only get educated, but also get involved. We have a very, very important decision to make in the upcoming months. We encourage your participation, but also, like someone mentioned when they were saying that she was your boss, Mr. Mayor.
Beth, yeah.
Technically, you guys are our boss. Right. You live in Coral Springs, you're our boss. So we want you to be heard, but I also want you to be educated, because you can look at something and think you have a pretty good handle on it, but it's very complex, and it takes a great deal of effort on your part and our part to make sure that we have the full understanding of it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Very good. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. Any nays? Carries unanimously. Next, we're on to the consent agenda. Are there any pulls? Thank you, Ileana. I'm just taking another look to see if I have any pulls. I don't have any.
Move consent.
All right, consent is moved.
21.
You want to pull 21? Okay, so move consent other than 21. Will you second it, Commissioner?
Second.
All right. Any discussion on consent except for 21? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, carries unanimously. Next is item number 21, Masters Basketball Association.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The reason why I pulled this is because I appreciate the great work of the committee that, tries to identify the proper entities to get the support financially. But last night, they had their kickoff for the Masters Basketball Association, and anyone in the audience that enjoys basketball or anyone that's listening or watching, they'll be playing in the Coral Springs Gym all this week. It is the 42nd annual tournament, and they have individuals playing from their 40s to their 90s, and they have 84 teams. So if you like basketball at every level, please come out and support these individuals. Thank you.
Great. Would you like to move it?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, carries unanimously. Thank you. We're up to item number 22. It's an amendment to the lease agreement for Passport Services Office that's located at the Coral Square Mall. Good evening, Kathy.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Commission. This is a request to approve an amendment to the lease agreement for Passport Services Office located at the Coral Square Mall. It is for a 3 additional year term with a maximum of 3% increase in years 2 and 3 of the term. Happy to answer any questions.
All right, doesn't look like any questions.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Love the office. I love that it was an idea many years ago by an employee. It's not only producing revenue, but it helps a lot of our citizens, move forward properly. So any further discussion? Yes, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I also want to thank staff. This is a perfect example of conversations that we have in a briefing, but they did a phenomenal job renegotiating this deal. The initial offering was much higher. So I appreciate you guys working with our partners over at Simon to make sure that this was not only reasonable, but something that can be a legacy stay for us.
Yep, absolutely. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Rob Hunter, Artificial Turf and Tracks with Installation.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Allergies are acting up, sorry. This is a request to approve an additional $554,000 to repair ILO Field at Mullins Park. In March, we sent out the AstroTurf crew to come out and do a minor repair over there, and we found out that it was deemed unsafe middle of March. It's a 20-year failing sub-base there, and we were due to replace the carpet actually next year. So we're asking just to do both at the same time. It's been shut down since March, so it's kind of a need that we need to get repaired so we can get it back up and running for the seasons.
And, so assuming we approve, it would be up and running about when?
According to the contractors, we were told by July 1st, so
Oh, wow.
it would not interfere with July 4th. We were worried about it being done for July 4th.
Okay.
Football season starts July 5th,
Gotcha.
so that's why we wanted to get it done.
Okay, good to hear. Would somebody like to make a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I'm sorry your allergies are acting up, so I don't know if you can answer
Yep.
a couple of questions for me. So it's not to exceed $3.3 million, but generally, on average, how much does it cost to maintain our turf fields?
Okay, this is a second
different. I
amendment.
get
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but really the installation of a new field is right around 1.2 million. The average maintenance is probably about 40,000 a year.
40,000.
We have to keep doing our rubber pellets and sand and keep measuring it to make sure that it keeps the same pace and same speed. And we brush it every week, so we make sure that it stays safe and up to speed. And we've had good track record so far with this product that we've had. You're talking 8 years since we put it in, since 2018 when we started putting it in, and they're holding up good. So the ones that we've had are holding up good. We're looking to get another, probably about 5 to 8 years out of them.
And how many turf fields do we have?
Right now, when it comes to the soccer fields, we have 10. We'll have 11 with Mullins being put in, and then we have the 4 for the baseball.
And then for this particular, what about it specifically deemed it unsafe?
The base was 19 going on 20 years old, and it's an old, outdated base. Usually you replace these bases like every 20 years. Like we're 1 year shy of getting our money's worth out of it. But I think we got our money's worth out of it because that field's used every single day. The beating of it is a wave, all these waves, and you don't want any of the kids to twist and get hurt. So it's really about a safety issue when it comes to how it has lost its crown, lost its flatness, and that's why I think it's important to get it done now.
So 11 turf fields, about $40,000 a year per field. Are there any other costs that comes with maintaining turf fields?
No.
No, just the 40,000 covers it all.
Pretty much all of it, yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You bet. Okay, would somebody like to move it? You moved it already? All right, so any further discussion? Sorry. Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, carries unanimously. Thank you. Next is item number 24, HVAC replacement, repair, and maintenance services. Good evening.
Evening. Item 24 is an increase to the existing contract with Advanced Air from $125,000 to $750,000. The intent is to utilize Advanced Air to replace the existing Daikin units that are specialized and located at 2 of our fire stations, 43 and 95, and 2 of our large park facilities, Cypress and Mullins.
Any questions? No questions. So my only question, I had asked this in the briefing as well, is are there companies in Coral Springs that are able to do this work?
Given the specialized nature, this is a certified contractor for those specialized Daikin units.
Gotcha. So in regards to Coral Springs, the answer is essentially not really.
We did look at the business taxes, identify various contractors that could be eligible, none identified.
Gotcha.
Stuck out as a certified contractor for Daikin units.
Understood.
I asked a similar question.
Would somebody like to move it?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, carries unanimously. Thank you. And you're also up here for item 25, HVAC systems.
Yeah, decided to piggyback both the HVAC contracts. The other HVAC contractor that we utilize here in the city, in addition to Trane, is Johnson Controls. They're the manufacturer for York units located at some of our other fire stations, especially at Station 80, as well as they are the control system, Metasys, that we utilize to control all of our HVAC systems here in the city.
So when we have these contracts, and it says for not to exceed an annual amount of blank, the winning bidder is the one that, if they incur costs beyond the 1.5, they just, is that correct?
In this case here, it's a maintenance contract, so it's not a certain set scope of work. It's a not-to-exceed figure that is utilized as an as-needed basis.
I got you.
For the control software, we utilize it on a monthly basis, but as a maintenance side of things, it is per facility, per piece of equipment.
Gotcha. Okay. Any further questions? All right, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to award.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. All right, carries unanimously. And you're also up here for one more, Chad, number 26, water treatment plant treatment units rehabilitation.
Item 26 is a request to award. The scope of services within this contract was identified within our 10-year master plan. Understanding that we do have the water plant design ongoing right now for the conversion of lime softening to membrane. We still have to maintain operations. We still have to produce water. And this scope of services will take us and last us through the end of design and end of construction. We are looking to rehabilitate the current clarifiers and mixing tanks, utilize for the lime softening process, rehabilitating the concrete work on the exterior, the entrance doors, miscellaneous electrical components, as well as sandblasting and repairing as needed on the catwalk and the gear shafts.
So over to you, JJ. Kurt had mentioned something about class action suit. Can you share with us anything you know about that?
Sure, we are involved in class action suits regarding PFAS or forever chemicals. We have received $1 million so far from Tyco and BASF. We still have ongoing with 3M and DuPont, which are much bigger claims as we understand it from working with our class action council, and this commission has been very aggressive in authorizing me and supporting me in engaging in that litigation. So we don't know exactly what we're going to get on those claims. Our claims are probably a little bit earlier in the earlier stages, and it does depend on what damages you have and you can prove. So, but so far, and it just came up. I haven't even announced it to you guys. I was going to do it under city attorney, but $996,000, so just short of $1 million.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Any other questions before motion? All right, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
In my briefing, Chad, we talked about the fact that we are looking at a new water treatment plant, right? And the one thing I think this commission is very clear on is not compromising anyone's water quality or safe drinking water. And so we will still have to put some money into what we're doing right now with that until we can get this new treatment facility up and running. So every now and then, I'm sure we're going to have some of these maintenance costs, but I won't ever do something that inhibits someone to access clean and safe water. So with that, I'm complete, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, carries unanimously. Thank you. Next is item number 27, fiscal year 2027 through 2035 strategic plan.
Thank you, Ileana, for being up here to represent the item. I do want to just mention that I am very proud of the work that we do, and I say we because it is our true community. This all started when it comes to a strategic plan. It started with visioning. It started when we reached out to our residents and businesses asking for their input. You as the commission did listen to that and gave us direction. This is that plan of direction. I really encourage our public to go back and look at every year we're going to be producing an annual report. It's called Coral Springs 360. We had our first issue just a couple months ago. Please go back and look. This is our report back to you as the community to let you know what your tax dollars went to work, what we did for you. So Ileana, take it from here.
Thank you, City Manager Givens. Mayor, commissioners, when we met with you in February during strategic planning, we had 2 full days, and during that time, you gave us a focus. You said continue the plan, and that is what this strategic plan is doing. It's continuing the plan, our short terms, our midterms, and our long terms, and it's focusing us so that we can put together a budget that we're going to bring to you soon through the coming months, and on July 2nd. This is basically our framework to allow us to know where to focus our city. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
So I just want to reiterate what Catherine had shared. So we're working on the budget long before September's budget hearings. We continue to work on the budget and have these budget amendments and discussions throughout this period of time. We're going to have open meetings moving forward to discuss the budget. You'll be invited to learn some details about the budget as we have done annually with various opportunities. We happen to have the former budget director being our city manager, and it's just a wonderful opportunity to learn and contribute. And we've had people that have learned and contributed to make a difference in our budget before. So it's not something that ever comes before us just in September and, oh, okay, well, let's rubber stamp the budget. It's something that we're working on really all year, but especially beginning in January after we put forth the budget in September. So with that, any questions before we entertain a motion? Okay, would somebody like to move the strategic plan?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, carries unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Catherine, and the whole team. You bet. Next is item number 28. This is interesting. The revised agenda, we go from 28 to 32 and then back down to 29. Trying to trick me, Catherine. I caught it. I caught it. All right, Brad, welcome.
Good evening. This is awarded contract to Waterfield Florida Staffing, which is our crossing guard service that we contract with. This contract will take us through September of 2027, which at that time we'll either look for another contract to Piggy or we will do an RFP process. Waterfield is the company we have worked with. We have a very good working relationship with them. We know the crossing guards. They know our kids. This is a very good thing for us.
Great, thank you. Somebody like to move the item?
Move to award.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed, say nay. Carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is item number 32 on the revised agenda, Recognized Travel and Development Soccer Program. I think, who's leading this one? All right, both of you.
I'll give it a go as they're walking up. Our city's soccer programming is more than competition on a field. It's an investment into the character, health, and possibly a pathway for our children's future and their families. Memories are made on our fields. The intent of this RFP process was never to eliminate an existing organization. The goal has always been to create a comprehensive soccer plan with multiple levels of play with choice, streamline our sports programming, and improve the overall program coordination and field management. By building a sustainable program rooted in teamwork and community pride, we create opportunities that will inspire generations of youth athletes long after we're gone, and that is our hope. The decision we make today will shape that legacy to ensure that decades from now, children in Coral Springs will still wear our city-branded patch on their chest or their sleeve, learn life's lessons through this beautiful game while calling this community Coral Springs home. Miguel, go ahead.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. I'm here to request to award the RFP we did for Recognized Travel and Development Soccer Program. There was a sealed bid process, a sealed request proposal process. It was, we're requesting to award to RLC Management Sports Program that was selected by the Evaluation Committee. We did a shortlisting on April 21st. 3 firms were selected. It was Fort Lauderdale Football Club, Parkland Travel Soccer, and RLC Management Sports Programs. We went on to do presentations on the 28th of April. And after the presentations, we had a post-presentation discussion in which the Evaluation Committee voted, and RLC came out as the top-ranked proposer. We negotiated the contract with them, which they signed, and I'm here to request to award that contract.
Okay, any questions?
Well, is there more to this presentation, or is that just it? I'm just asking. Okay. Well, I would thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would ask if we can have someone speak towards the gentleman's comment about the I guess the fees or whatever's coming to the city. Can we please address that?
Sure. So the 25% revenue share, and address the questions that the gentleman had, and I did talk to from RLC to confirm what I believe to be true to make sure, but that is really because of programming. So there are some changes to Spring Soccer Club that they were doing, for instance, going to MLS and to Aspire on the girls' side, and that is programming cost, not because of the cost to the city or the 25% revenue share. And I can speak that those costs that they have in their proposal are in line with industry standards, because the clubs that other clubs I'm aware of, they charge anywhere from, it might be $3,300 to $3,700. Springs is at $3,500 for MLS, $3,000 for the Aspire. But other clubs may include ref fees, uniform fees, but at the end of the day, they get the same amount of money. It's just how they get there. But the costs are consistent with other programs, not because of the 25% revenue share that the city put in place for this RFP.
All right, follow up, Mr. Mayor.
Sure.
And in terms of that revenue sharing, why are we doing that? What is that going towards?
So that will go towards the maintenance of the facilities. So using Cypress Park, which is primarily where Spring Soccer has operated for the last 6 years. And Rob, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on this, but replacement cost on that, as we heard tonight, for a turf field is roughly probably $1.2 to $1.5 million. By the time those fields come up for renewal, we're probably looking, closer to $1.5 to $2 million. There's 4 fields back there. That's $8 million. This is a again, a cost-sharing revenue, and in the proposal they submitted, they showed a breakdown of the cost and the fees, and that this was consistent or in line with what they had budgeted, so that they were still making a profit, they were sustainable, but also the fields could be maintained at a sustainable, high caliber level without putting extra burden on the budget or on taxpayers for when that replacement comes up.
So just to be clear, Brad, the goal in the RFP wasn't so that we earn X amount of dollars and have extra revenue like sometimes we get from, the Passports, Coral Springs, all in the mall. It's to make up for costs and then to also build a reserve for future costs to replace the field.
And if I can also add in, if you remember this year, and I see Coral Springs Youth Soccer is here, obviously, we did face some challenges with the quality of fields that they were playing on as the rec soccer program. One of those fields that were in question was the Field 3 at Mullins Park, which a few meetings ago, and we actually talked about tonight again, turf is being put onto that field right now. That was at a cost of 1.2 to 1.3 for the field, some other accessories around there. So that money, again, is going back into the park so that our recognized programs and our rec programs and our residents have premier facilities now and in the future that they're maintained. So yes, that's where that money's going.
Gotcha. Back to you, Commissioner, if you had another follow-up. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
I just want to say something. The replacement for the fields, the money that Brad said, is anywhere from $600,000 to roughly $1 million or over $1 million. And reason being is, how bad is it? Like what I just said earlier with ILO's bad. So we have a base and carpet. So that's $554,000. So when we get through the lifespan of an AstroTurf field, which are the ones that we have now about 15 years, if the base is gone, it's going to be towards the $1 million mark. If it's not, and the base is still solid and removing the carpet, you're looking at about $600,000. So it depends on how bad the fields are beat up.
Mm-hmm. So I remember when the fields first came to us, I'm pretty sure it was about 2006 was the first time we looked at artificial turf fields. We anticipated the life of the fields at that time to be only about 10 years. So it seems like we've been fortunate to have it much longer than that. That's great. That's great. Anything further?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And so in terms of this operator working under the city of Coral Springs, are they subjected to our resident and out-of-city fees as well, or how does that work?
We just kept one flat rate for this now to keep it from, because that's just in the sports policy right now. There is a non-resident fee, but we're hoping to just make it one flat rate for residents, so it's not, our non-resident numbers are not that high. We actually do very, very well as we stand right now, like Springs Soccer Club. They're allowed to be 50-50, residents and non-resident, they're 87-13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of non-residents when it comes to that. So we're just asking, since there is not a lot of that, we're just going to try to get rid of the non-resident fee, make it more simple for everybody, and keep it a straight fee.
And just one other, no question, just a bit of a statement. And I know that you all worked, really hard in trying to get this figured out, and this has been a bit of a long road. And so just, as we all confront all the different economic challenges that are happening in the world and things are becoming more expensive, like just to live, that, we aren't making it so people, are having a hard time allowing their kids to participate in soccer. And so, just putting that out there. But I know that, we still are trying to find that balance. And at the end of the day, we're all grappling with the same challenges. But
I'd like to elaborate a little bit on that. We're aware of that, and we've met with the groups, and we know what the groups already do. So if they do the scholarships, we still have our scholarships too to help with funding, but we can also put it in our system as long as the organization agrees to it, that we can actually do payments if we had to do payment plans for them. So we could have monthly payments if we had to do it. So we're prepared to try to help the residents any way we possibly can.
thank you for that, Rob. And I do have one.
Sure.
Sorry, no, good.
I'm good.
Oh, I have one final question. Will this prohibit any other soccer entity from operating in Coral Springs? Will this prevent them or stop them, or will any other soccer entity, if they are set up as a whatever vendor or however they, or rent field space, will they still be able to operate?
So under the sports policy, we have recognized programs. If they are not a recognized program, then they can rent space, or there is options for them, but not to be established in this format, no.
So, but yes, they can still operate. They still have the ability to find space if that is there for them.
To a certain degree, yes.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
You bet. Any questions from you, Commissioner?
Yes, sir. You answered most of my questions on the 25% that Ryan had asked. With regards to our recognized sports programs, who sets the fees?
If you want to talk about sports policies.
They set the fees for their league. Once we set, but that was years and years and years ago, it was before I got here. They're allowed to raise the fees no more than 5% with my approval a year. Our fees raised as our fee ordinance raises ours of late, it's been like 1.6%. So we're 1.6% for our participation fees and their field fees. But they set their fees long ago. We agreed to it. And every once in a while, if they want to raise their fees, we do give them the ability to raise it, but no higher than 5. I believe it's 5%. It might be 10%, but I think it's 5.
Okay. And if there was a fee that was suggested that's not in line with what we feel is fair and considerate, do we get involved, or do they have the ability to charge whatever they want?
It has to be approved by me.
When it comes to, because we had some speakers on this, obviously we know the historic history of our rec program, and it is premier. Denise spoke to the point that she would like to work with Fort Lauderdale United. Is that something that, because we're possibly awarding this to our LC Management Sports Programs, is our rec program, do they have the ability to work with Fort Lauderdale United, or are they locked into trying to figure this out with our LC management based on the bid and the procurement process?
So under the sports policy and the recognized programs, Coral Springs Youth Soccer can still work in some way with Fort Lauderdale United. However, it would be limited without another recognized program at Fort Lauderdale being recognized, because then again, they don't have the same rights to the fields, or we don't give them that same privilege of some of the field use. So there would still be a relationship where they could still partner with them through the Coral Springs Youth Soccer recognized program. But if we want to expand that or give them the ability to do more, we would have to have a discussion about also, I guess, having that role for Fort Lauderdale United to also be in that space.
So they could conceivably work with both if they were granted that opportunity? Or they would have to pick?
Coral Springs Youth Soccer can work with whoever they want. And actually our vision was always that all the programs would work together. So I think that we've heard over the course of the last few months a desire from the commission, a desire from the community, a desire from the Parks and Rec Department to actually work together. And I think tonight you heard a little bit of that desire to find this relationship that benefits, at the end of the day, the youth in our community and gives them every possibility to play a sport.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it. Anything from you, Commissioner McHugh?
No, Mayor, thank you.
Yes, go right ahead, Commissioner.
I have a question for City Attorney Hearn. As we are voting on this, my children, as someone emailed me and tried to insinuate that I somehow influenced this bid process, which I did not. My daughter plays for Spring Soccer Club. Do I need to recuse myself from this item?
You don't have any position there or any financial interest in it? Okay. The only relationship is that you have family, that, in this case, your daughter,
that registers and pays, and yeah.
Yeah. There's no conflict at all, and under Section 287 of the Florida statute, you actually have a duty to vote.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Would somebody like to move the item? It's item number 32.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? So I'll just share briefly. So number one, I want to thank the evaluation committee members that were a great part of this process. I want to thank everybody involved in the process, whether you received the bid or not. I can tell you that to our city, I think there's nothing more important than our children. And for those of you that are involved in serving our children, just thank you. You know, we need you. Our kids need you. And really, and being a dad and a grandpa of a couple of the kids that, you know, have played in CSYS, and, you know, at least one of them might have loved to do travel but didn't wind up having the time. It's a great way to contribute to our community. You all have contributed to the growth of my son and my grandson, and in that regard, our family. So just thank you, and thank you for the leadership from the city, because this was a dynamic process. There was a lot of listening, there was a lot of engagement, there was a fair amount of miscommunication, and but nobody stopped with the collaboration and with communication and just said, you know, throw their hands up. So I just want to share my appreciation for everybody in the process. Any further discussion?
Commissioner, sir.
Yes.
So from my seat, I respect the process, and I also respect the decision of the selection committee. With regards to Roger and Lori, you guys have brought a program that we've been proud of. You know, we have obviously 87% of our community that wants to be involved in it.
Great.
So I do support the approval of you guys getting this bid. I also have had conversations with the leadership from the recreation program. I am a big, firm believer in choice. You know, when I was over athletics for the school district, there really was never even an idea to have a sole source, because I do believe in competition, but also I also believe in the ability to really develop and help these kids. So it's my position from this seat that RLC Management Sports should be awarded and be given the opportunity to do everything that they can do under our umbrella. The only ask I have as staff before I vote is that if the recreation program wants to work with Fort Lauderdale United, and there might be some entities or opportunities that Roger and Lori can't provide, how do we go about that process with our vote tonight? Do we have to give direction to staff to look into that, or is that something that will come back to us later to vote?
I'd ask for you to give me direction in terms of if there is opportunity for us to work, to work with Fort Lauderdale, if that's what you're asking for. They did talk about an investment into the city, and if that is something to where we can work on an agreement, then that would be something I'd ask for consensus with you, and then we would work on something like that, so we could take it back.
And you're looking for consensus in the future or right now?
I can have consensus, we can work on it sooner than later. That way,
would be my preference.
I'm not even sure what, like, I mean, I hear what you're asking. I'm having a hard, I mean, I heard everything, and I can
Want to share
get what they're trying to say, but.
what you have in mind?
I mean, well, first and foremost, I hope in the future this stays an operational item. This is not something that really should be coming to the commission, in my opinion, because it should be managed under the sports policy, but that's a conversation for another day.
Agreed.
If the recreational program desires, and they're not part of this bid, right? Is that my understanding?
Correct.
All right, so they can work independently. If they want to have a developmental program recreationally wise where they're getting support from an outside entity, and Fort Lauderdale United bidded on it and they came in second place, they could technically use Fort Lauderdale United if they wanted to, if we give direction to Catherine to explore that.
If I may, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, by all means.
So I guess the part I'm having, I don't have a problem with Coral Springs Youth Soccer League working with whoever they would like to work with. I guess the hard part for me understanding is that they're an independent organization. They can do whatever they want. What would the city's role be?
I'm going to let Brad interject.
In that, that's all.
So for Coral Springs Youth Soccer, and I'm going to go back to the proposal that Fort Lauderdale United had, in order to work with them to the degree I think that they would like to benefit the community, we would need direction, or under the sports policy, if we award the RLC through the RFP, if the direction was under the sports policy, for Rob as the Parks and Rec Director to work with Fort Lauderdale United and make them a recognized program as well, which is the direction we're going in the future, not coming back to an RFP. Rob and his team, myself, would then work with Coral Springs Youth Soccer, Fort Lauderdale United to build a program that achieves everybody's goals, benefits the community, and also balance that with RLC to make sure that it all works together. And there's, I don't want, again, it's a cohesive soccer program that works together.
So that would be my direction as one of the 4 commissioners. What you just explained would be my direction, so that you work cohesively. And I have I'll be coming out to the soccer club and seeing travel more often than I have in the past, for sure, because a lot of those players are gonna make a difference, right? And you're making a difference for them already. But if Fort Lauderdale United has this opportunity to help grow other soccer players and not necessarily be taking away from the bid that we're awarding, that we're planning to award at this juncture, I'm all in. And I think it's that much more, appreciated, because if they're not even recommended at number 1 and they're still offering, well, how can we contribute? And we're not getting this bid. And they have a partner in CSYS, which is a recognized soccer program. I don't see a conflict. But I would want to make sure that as you evolve, there is not a conflict, that it is cohesive.
Well, and to give you a little in the soccer background, on a very high level, I'll just say this. Springs Soccer, well, now Coral Springs FC, if it goes this way, operates under MLS and Aspire. Fort Lauderdale United is in different, it's ECNL, a different pathway. So they would actually, although some of the same players may choose where to go, it wouldn't be necessarily direct conflict, but people would have a choice, which, again, I'll just say from a personal, right now, I'm in that same boat where I'm choosing the pathway for my sons, just like other residents right now in the soccer tryout week are making those decisions on where they want to go.
Yeah, and that's been part of our commitment to choice. Back over to you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, everyone, I don't have a problem with whoever wants to work with whoever. Zero problem. I am a big process guy, and when I see an issue, I tend to look at it from a bigger perspective, not a single issue. So the things that I'm going to kind of ask or say has nothing to necessarily do with this particular situation, but something more holistically. So we have a bid in front of us. We have a recommendation from staff that we are voting to approve, but we are, in my view, I hear that there are some differences, but it's almost like we are kind of like halfway given this bid. And what does that say about any other bid process for any topic, not necessarily just this soccer situation? Because I know that we have all taken this has been a very long journey, and a lot has been said, a lot has been true and not true, and this, I'm ready to see this get finished so we can all move on and everybody can just play soccer. But at a larger context, if we are HVAC systems and there's a big bid on HVAC systems and number 2 comes in or number 3 comes in and they're like, hey, we got this other type of product, we would still like to get some kind of something from the city. A bid process is somebody bids, it's competition, somebody wins, we vote, we approve, and they go and do their thing. And I'm having a hard time with giving staff direction saying, yes, we're going to award this bid to this organization, but then also at the same time, we're going to try to find a way to fit in this other group. And that's why I asked the questions of the fact that I know Coral Springs Youth Soccer League is an independent organization and that they can still work with in whatever they do, but I was trying to figure out how the staff role fit in this if we already had a procurement process, a second procurement process, and an awarding a contract to an organization.
So I took Commissioner Sarah's question essentially as one that's been given in a quote-unquote abundance of caution, because to me it was clear CSYS can work with anybody here in the room or not as a recognized organization, and the RFP did not preclude, didn't shut out CSYS. So what I heard, Sean, in the question and the consensus that Catherine's asking for us is more like reassurance about this particular connection that CSYS has developed, regardless of whether Fort Lauderdale United was in the bidding process or not.
And I understand that, and I think And I don't know if there was a prior relationship to the bid being processed. I don't know if there was or not, but.
Yeah, what I didn't finish saying, but
sorry, I apologize.
I was very slow in my deliberation, is, typically in a bidding process, I think we see a quote-unquote winner and non-winners or losers. And what I see in this particular one, assuming we're going with what's been recommended, is not necessarily, a winner and losers, but there's one entity that didn't win the bid, at least according to this election committee that says, well, how can I help in another way? And I like that, and I support that. Commissioner Sarah?
So great points, totally aligned with the approach you're taking there. Just for clarification, I'm going to ask the question, know the answer. With our other sports recognized programs, are you bringing those to the commission for approval, or are you guys approving them at the staff level?
So the direction, or going forward, and we talked about this at a previous workshop or commission meeting, I forget which one it was, this is kind of a one-off. In the future, this will go through the Parks and Rec Director under the sports policy, and Rob, in his position, will do the recognition of the sports programs, not bring it back to the commission. Obviously, we will let you know, or we'll inform you, we'll communicate that, but Rob will make the decision on the recognized program.
So when we recognized the Coral Springs Clippers baseball travel program, I don't remember voting on it. So just to be clear, that was done at staff level.
Correct.
Okay. I couldn't agree with you more, 100%. The recreation program is not connected to this bid. That's hence why I'm suggesting we give some direction to staff, because they do have the autonomy to work with whoever they want to. I am very much aligned with what you're both saying, too, that I believe Roger and Lori should get everything else that they can provide and supply and deliver. If they can't, then I think we owe it to the kids, because this is not, to me, about adults. This is about the kids. If we have an opportunity to support our kids with any type of program, I'm all in. And if Roger and Lori can do that, then I think they are the choice. If there's a level that they can't, then I think we owe it to the kids to explore it. That's why I was given the direction I gave. But I do get where you're coming from, because like if we're doing an HVAC and then all of a sudden we're talking about, like, let's give the second choice, a shot to do one and the other one does the other. That's not how we operate. So I do plead, because I know we talked about this in the briefing.
Yes.
I hope that this stays a city operational item for whoever's on this commission, because this is not something that, like, really in the end, down the road, we want to continue discussing.
Correct.
I mean, we can talk about it in retreats, workshops, and other events, but not on the desk.
Are we ready to vote? Any
Well,
further discussion?
I was like, we already got the vote, right? But what about
I
the
don't think
consensus
we
on it?
voted.
We haven't even made a motion.
Oh, we didn't? No,
I
yeah,
thought
we
we
did.
did make a motion.
You made a
Oh, wait,
first
we
and
did.
second,
Got
open
the
floor.
second.
Yeah.
We're in discussion.
On this one, I'm
But you
on it.
want to get the
I'm on it.
consensus for your recommendation, correct?
I think that we need to get consensus of the recommendation that we work with our recreation program to give them an option to work with either one of the entities. And then Roger and Lori deliver everything else, but if they can't, then staff has the ability to look into it.
Joe, do you give your consensus? Commissioner McHugh?
I completely ditto what Commissioner Sarah just said. I think if any chance we can get to advance their soccer program, I think we should take advantage of it.
Okay, got that.
I believe I have consensus to be able to ensure that, one, that this does not come back to the commission. This will continue, this will be an operational item, as it is with all the other sports that we have under the sports policy. We'll ensure that that is clear in the sports policy that we bring forth. And the other is, this is all in the spirit, so that we will ensure that we are not in this position in the future. Understood why we got in this position 6-7 years ago, but we want to be able to keep the same Coral Springs patch so that we continue to have that sustainability in that program for it. So whoever operates underneath will always be guided by the sports policy that you as the commission tell us staff to do. And then we at that point will ensure that we stick to the policy, and we will have that conversation with both entities.
Great. Thank you. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay.
Aye.
All right, carries 4-0. Thank you very much. Next, we go from item 32 to item 29. Appointment of, is it Adeline or Adeline? Adeline Darius to the Martin Luther King Jr. Committee.
Yes, this is a request to consider an appointment of Adeline Darius. She's a 10-year resident of Coral Springs, a research specialist at JM. She has attended 2 MLK meetings and is the committee supports the appointment.
Great. Would somebody like to move Adeline Darius?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? I did appreciate your video. Very nice. Well planned, well executed. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, carries unanimously. Next is item 30, also a request to consider appointment of Adeline Darius to the Multicultural Advisory Committee. It's a request to appoint.
Move to appoint.
Second.
Any discussion? Yes.
I too liked your video, and you shook me up because you changed, and you were in a different location. So, good job. Thank you.
All right, very good. Any further discussion? Excuse me, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, carries unanimously. Welcome, congratulations, and thank you for your interest. And Commission Communications, I will go to you first, Commissioner McHugh.
Thank you, Mayor. So what an incredible weekend it was last weekend honoring Vice Mayor Nancy Mateo with the planting of a tree at EarthFest. It was such a meaningful event, and I feel a true honor to have been part of it. Also, I would like to thank all of the teachers, not just during Teacher Appreciation Week, but always. Your dedication to shaping the next generation is truly invaluable. And what an incredible Cinco de Mayo celebration this past Friday. It wouldn't have been a huge success without the hard work of all the city employees. Thank you for your tremendous dedication to making our event so special. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Very, very good. Thank you so much. Commissioner Sarah.
Well, I'm going to start with the Matera family. I'm sad that it took losing Nancy to get to know you guys. It's like we've gotten to know you over the last couple of weeks. You guys are all very special. And, you know, we will continue to honor Nancy's legacy and honor her memory. She was very special to all of us, but she was incredibly special to me because she was my seatmate. And, you know, I look forward to not only getting to know you guys better, but being a part of your extension family. So thank you for being here. Thank you for staying. And if there's anything that we can do, you know we're going to be there for you. I just wanted to report to the commission that I will be assuming the role of Nancy with regards to the Broward League of City Board of Directors. I will be going to that meeting tomorrow. It will be an honor to serve in her capacity. And then I'm also going to be working on the Solid Waste Authority, Broward County, which she diligently led and gave us great support and direction. So these are two committees that I will be working on moving forward. I want to personally thank Dale, Sherry, and Chad for the intense update that we had yesterday. It was very helpful. It gave me a lot of materials to review, and we will certainly be ready for that first meeting next Friday. Also, EarthFest, I want to echo what Commissioner McHugh said. It's going to be extra special going there because we can visit Nancy in a very unique and genuine way. But for everyone that delivered EarthFest, thank you so much for your efforts. We had a great event at the Coral Springs Museum the night of Garden Party, and once again, I want to thank everyone that participated and all those that work at the museum to help deliver that. The Kiwanis Community Center, we had a couple ribbon cuttings with the Kiwanis Community Center, and then we also had the Turtle Run Park ribbon cutting. Just once again, it's a tremendous honor to be a part of this community and serve, but also see those spaces in a place where they can really thrive and provide opportunity and unique experiences to our students and all residents. As far as Team Political Forum, I want to thank Commissioner Simmons for his leadership. Congratulations to Coral Glades on winning the cup. I look forward to having a conversation about, how we can work to improve that. I want to thank the Chamber for putting on a great event to raise money for scholarships for our students. Every Child Matters did a great job putting on a tournament, and I look forward to getting involved with that program moving forward. I echo what Commissioner McHugh said. I want to thank the entire staff for Cinco de Mayo with great night, and the band was phenomenal.
They were amazing.
Yeah, they were really good. And then I want to close by saying that I was blessed with an incredible mother. Unfortunately, I lost her in 2010. And now I'm blessed with an incredible wife who is the mother of my 3 children. And I want to wish my wife and all the mothers out there an incredible day. I hope that you get to spend quality time with your family. I think it's the very best job there is, very rewarding, sometimes challenging, but it's great to see when your kids go off and be great, and you know that they're representing the family at the highest level, and that's why I thank my wife, because I used to let the kids get away with everything, but my wife held the line, so my kids turned out all right. And then if you ever need to get a hold of me, I'm at CS Commissioner 2. I'm also on my cell phone at 954-612-7114. Thank you.
All right, very good, Commissioner Sarah. Commissioner Simmons.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, I would also like to say thank you to the Mateer family, my family, for just being here and showing up and letting everybody tell you how awesome Nancy was. I got to tell you, it is hard being up here, and I seen her typing away on her keyboard, preparing to speak at this time for about 30 minutes. But she wanted to cover every ground she could, every person, group, entity, somebody that needed to be recognized. She made sure that was done. Every event, when Joy Carter rolled off the commission, she took more on herself to make sure that she picked up what, Joy did, because Joy was like our community person, right? And she picked that up to make sure people knew all the different events. She would lead the peace walks, and even now, we have coming up the the compost workshops this weekend, right? That was her initiative, and other cities are modeling that all across the country. And I don't have to tell you how awesome she was. I know y'all know. But I just want to show y'all appreciation to still, be in this space and be around this. And I hope you do feel all the love everybody's giving you, because we truly do care. A lot can be said about politicians, elected officials, and government spaces and all that. That's all of that stuff. But the one thing that has always been a hallmark of this city and this city commission is, one, our uniqueness in being so close as a group, but also how close we are with our staff. We have the Haitian Heritage exhibition tomorrow from 5 to 7 at the Museum of Art, and the video that the communication marketing team did, I mean, bittersweet, right? It was, yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry, I just want to say thank you. I want to shout out my Team Political Forum committee members, comprised of students from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, Coral Springs High, Coral Glades High, JP Taravella, and Coral Springs Charter. These kids work for better part of almost a year, a little bit, just under, and put an event together that is able to get a theater full of teenagers. And this year, I think we had about 600 students, which might be close to a record. So it did get a little rowdy. My teacher voice had to come out a little bit, just to make sure that other folks had opportunities to ask questions. And I am looking forward to working with this commission and finding different ways to rework it. But nobody was more mad about how the winners came out than the SGA advisors. I got to hear a lot of some things that they weren't happy about, but we're looking forward to tweaking it and see what we can do to make it a bigger event. And thank you to School Board Member Debbie Hickson, who's our at-large member, for attending, Supervisor of Elections Joe Scott, County Commissioner Michael Udine, who's our area county commissioner. I also want to thank Commissioner Sean Sarah, Mayor Brooke, Scott Brooke, for being in attendance as well and interacting with these students. The Teen Political Forum is a unique event that leads to this area's very high voter turnout every election cycle because we are engaging with students in a way that kind of meets them where they are. And so it's an incredibly important event, and I am happy that we continue to take part in it every single year. I also want to shout out the Turtle Run community and the staff for getting Turtle Run Park updated, improved, and opened up. We had a ribbon cutting this past weekend, and it was great to see that there. And I guess the last thing I want to talk about is something that has kind of been happening, and it's along the lines of what's going on with gerrymandering and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. I find it fascinating that our state legislature was able to very quickly pass new congressional maps through the House, the Florida House of Representatives, the Florida Senate, and then also get it put on the governor's desk and signed in a matter of 3 days. But for some reason, the one job that every single state legislator has to do with being elected to that office is to pass a budget. They haven't done that. Session runs for 60 days? 90 days, sorry. 90 days, and they couldn't pass a budget. They had one special session, still couldn't pass the budget. They have another one coming up. So the one thing they couldn't do was pass the budget, but what they could do was attack people's voting rights. So the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was born from the blood and bravery of the civil rights movement, specifically designed to dismantle the Jim Crow barriers like literacy tests and poll taxes that had systematically silenced black voters for a century. And mind you, while the Voting Rights Act was passed on the heels of Bloody Sunday, where civil rights protesters were beating as they were just simply walking across a bridge, President Lyndon Baines Johnson decided to sign the Voting Rights Act to make sure that all people, no matter their race or where they're from, could have the right to access the ballot box. So although this is often couched in terms of black representation and black political power, the Voting Rights Act is for everyone. So, for decades, it served as democracy's greatest shield, ensuring that the promise of the 15th Amendment was reality rather than just words on paper. The recent dismantling of these protections culminating in the legal shield of partisan gerrymandering. And please, for the record, I want to make sure everyone hears me when I say I don't care who is gerrymandering. It can be a Democrat or a Republican, I don't care. I think gerrymandering is unfairly anti-democratic because you are intentionally trying to reduce someone's ability to influence who their elected members are to our government. It allows those in power to pack or crack communities of interest under the guise of political strategy, effectively choosing their voters before their voters can choose them. This practice, gerrymandering, is toxic to democracy because it turns elections into a mathematical certainty rather than a public debate, leaving residents feeling that their ballots are a formality and that their local voices no longer have the power to shape their own representation. If you have ever heard me over these last 8 years that I have been fortunate to be a city commissioner here, one of the things that I take very dearly is people's ability to vote and to be a part of this political process in the greatest country on earth. And what is happening right now in our country is something we all should be very concerned about. Again, doesn't matter where, doesn't matter what state. It should not be happening. And with that, I'm complete, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. So a few things on my agenda. One is, again, thank you for your leadership with Teen Political Forum and everyone in staff and all the student volunteers. Fantastic job. Probably, it may not have been the most well-attended, but maybe so, but certainly the loudest. Certainly the loudest. No, I'll give it to you too. You said you're not sure either. It certainly felt like the most well-attended. And, this great question that was asked that we didn't have an answer for then, and we're going to be working on it, is what is the city doing to help us get jobs and internships? And one of the things I'm hoping that, we'll be able to do, our city manager told us earlier that she'll be working with our chamber, at least initially with economic development, to see what we can do to help share what internships and jobs may be available for teenagers down the road. I think you'll see job forums that are led by the different schools, potentially one by us, and really connect the teenagers to jobs and internships. The Teen Political Forum was just, it was great. And while we'll, work on a couple of, things, I think the teens felt heard. I think they felt listened to. I think they felt like they contributed, and that's just awesome. And Mayor Gold was on the commission when we first started it, and he had put it forward and led it at the time, so I want to give my thanks to Mayor Gold as well. In regards to EDAC, I went to the meeting this morning, and one of the things that came up, and Julie may have had a chance to speak with you about it, Catherine, or not, was John's complaints about Comcast and their subcontractors and just feeling like they can run roughshod. So I'm hoping that you can come back to all of us and share with us some good news, how we can rein in those contractors that are, running roughshod. So National Day of Prayer is tomorrow. It's 7 p.m. It's at the Center for the Arts. It would be great to have you all there. It's really a great way for the community to come together, connect, and share our faith. And it's a beautiful thing that we've done for almost 40 years that I'm very proud that we do. You could see I had a moment in regards to Nancy before, and I have my moments, and I allow for them. And I hope we all do, that you allow for those moments. Nancy made incredible impact, and you can see she's still making impact. How about that? And it really is very special. And so I can see you all, because you're behind the podium. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being present this whole time. Thank you for being an integral part of our city. I hope you feel that we're honoring Nancy in a loving, beautiful way. And we're going to continue to say thank you, and you do for you and with you and be near you. So we really appreciate you being here. I am going to run a half marathon in Nancy's honor. I'm going to raise money for scholarships in her name. Thank you. Yes, we can do that. Thank you. It will be the end of August. I'll be running in Asheville, North Carolina. I've run a few before, but I've actually never trained. This time I'm training. I have to finish in 3 hours, or they're giving me the rope in under 3 hours. So my goal is 2:44. And anybody who wants to hold me accountable, please do. And I am looking forward through my 501c3 to present scholarships to rising seniors that have interests that align with Nancy's and go to either vocational school or college to get help to go to college. So I'm looking forward to doing that in her honor. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. I am a strong mental health advocate. And I'm inviting you all, stop by on Saturday. We're having a summit. We're going to do a Mental Wellness Networking Alliance Summit. It's called the Mind, Body, and Soul Summit. So we have 25 speakers that will be at our charter school from 10 to 3 this Saturday. It's a free event. There'll be about 20 to 25 vendors. And we'll have speakers that will elevate our minds, our bodies, and our souls. It's a free event. It's a great way to get connected. It's a great way to network, but it's a great way to be lifted. And you'll probably see some people there that, may seem introverted, hurting, shy. Those people are there for a reason. And they're there to get better. And they're there to, to heal from whatever might be ailing them. And I would invite you to come even if it's just to support somebody else. So again, that's this Saturday. It's from 10 to 3 at the charter school. We also have Memorial Day ceremony. That will be on Monday, I believe it's May 25th. Is that correct? Yes. And that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. at Veterans Park, across from Park Summit, which is on Royal Palm Boulevard, just east of University and before you get to Riverside Drive. A couple more things. I want to thank staff, and especially Siona, really everybody involved with the mental health podcast that we were able to put out earlier today. We've all actually now done podcasts on different priorities that we have here in the city, and it's a new way to make a difference, for you and get connected with you and invite you to maybe get some resources. And I really just, Lynn, thank you and your team so much. I think it really came out great, and I'm glad to be a part of it. We had an incredible golf outing on Friday with the Chamber of Commerce. I had great partners. My partners did not have a great partner. I was the worst golfer, maybe in the history of golfing. But JJ was my partner. He didn't make fun of me. Rob was my partner. He didn't make fun of me. Joe McHugh is my partner. He did make a little bit of fun of me. It's no problem, Joe. It's fine. And we gave back to our regional Chamber of Commerce, and they really did a great job putting it together. So I want to say thank you to everybody there. Also, part of something that has come out of our Economic Development Committee is this Savor Shop B way of supporting our businesses and events in the community. So it's on savorshopb.com, and it says, to better support our growing business community, we launched a dedicated business events calendar on the website that provides a centralized hub for workshops, networking opportunities, and business-focused programs that happen throughout the city. So if you own your own business and you want to focus on an event, learn about an event, or promote your business event, savorshopb.com is a great way to do it. And I'll complete my time with saying Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there coming up this weekend. Happy Mother's Day to you, Mom, in heaven, and Grandma in heaven, and my mother-in-law in heaven. I want to wish my daughter, Tina, Happy Mother's Day. She's got 2 children, including our grandchildren, Aiden and Bella. And Happy Mother's Day to my wife. I heard she's watching. There's no way I could do what I do here and outside of here without your support. Wish you a great Mother's Day. I look forward to being a part of it. And really just to all the moms out there, you do work that dads don't do. And in a lot of ways, you do work that dads can't do. And I just want to give you my appreciation as a fellow parent, but to the mothers for what you do. And to the spouses of everybody up here, and to you, Catherine and Georgia, Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. And with that, my comments are concluded. Over to you, Catherine.
Thank you, Mayor. I first want to just get some business done. When we looked at the calendar, it looks like there might be some scheduling conflicts. So we still will have our next commission meeting on Wednesday, May 20th. However, we are looking at moving the content of the commission meeting on June 3rd into June 17th. So, City Attorney, can you let me know what the process is there?
Yep, absolutely. So it looks like we'll move the content, but we won't have a meeting June 3rd. So
correct.
What the city ordinance and charter requires is that we simply, in this case, we're actually not going to move it to a different date. So we're just going to request you to cancel the June 3rd meeting. Everything will be heard instead on June 17th.
Great. Well, thanks for doing that and bring that to our attention. I'll entertain a motion to cancel June 3.
Move to approve canceling June 3 and taking the content of the meeting to June 17th.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 All right.
Aye.
Carries unanimously. Yes, Kath.
All right. Thank you very much for that. There are definitely a couple items in the agenda that I want to highlight. First, our businesses. Thank you, Christy, Caitlin, and Layla, our economic development team. It's wonderful to be able to highlight our businesses, and I do think those businesses drive innovation, they create jobs, they contribute to that quality of life in our community. So I truly appreciate the effort that it takes to be able to highlight our businesses and our Business Excellence Awards. And also thank you to our commission for recognizing and highlighting that it is National Police Week. In addition to applauding the dedication and professionalism of our law enforcement officers across the country, it's time to remember and honor those who made that ultimate sacrifice to others in their line of service. Coral Springs is a premier community because we are a safer community, and it's a direct reflection of the men and women in our police department. And wow, what a phenomenal police department we have. So I'm looking at Chief when I say that. I'm looking at a former chief when I say that, and truly the command staff, and again, all the men and women that serve. Thank you. There also, under consent, we had some special recognitions as well. I'm looking over to Georgia because it is National Municipal Clerks Week, and so let's clap for Georgia, please. Julie, I'm looking at Carrie Ann, and is also in the audience. So truly, thank you very much for all of our employees that work in the clerk's office for the important jobs that they do every single day. They help ensure in transparency, accountability, and a smooth working government. And I appreciate and applaud their professionalism and dedication to our commission and to the city. So thank you very much. May is also National First Responder Mental Health Awareness Month. As the Commission knows, supporting the wellness of our employees, particularly our first responders and their families, remains a priority for this organization, as it's been in prior leaderships, and it will continue with myself and others. Through initiatives like our Behavioral Health Access Program, peer support efforts, and other wellness resources, we continue working to ensure those who take care of our community also has the support that they need. Also, May is National Stop the Bleed Month. I encourage residents to take advantage of opportunities to learn life safety skills, such as stop the bleed and CPR training. In an emergency, those few moments truly do matter. And a community preparedness can truly save lives. This is something our Chief Whalen, is very in the community for, and he has been this way, as well as our police department, our fire department. Truly appreciate the work that they have done there. If anyone wants to know where they can go to look at these classes, then please visit csrips.edu, and you'll be able to look at those available classes and trainings there. Alrighty, this week for all of us that we sit here and all city employees and any public service, this is our recognition week for all of us. So thank you very much for the work that you do. This gives us the opportunity to recognize the dedicated employees who serve many different things. I'm going to say a couple: parks, utilities, public works, finance, budget, communications, and so many other departments that work throughout our organization. I'm incredibly proud of Team Coral Springs and grateful for our commitment to our residents, our businesses, our community, and most importantly to each other. So thank you very much, everybody, truly on this. This is our week. Yeah, woohoo, I'll take it. You've already talked about several of the incredible, significant events that took place with Kiwanis Park, Total Run, the partnerships that we have there, Teen Political Forum, being able to be at Earth Fest. And I say that as I look at the Mateer family with complete love, passion, gratitude, and lifting up your beautiful daughter's name, her vision, and the legacy that she's going to leave us with. And it will continue on well beyond all of us. She's beautiful. You are beautiful. Thank you for being here with us and sharing her and with us. Lastly, yes, Mother's Day. I smile to all the mothers out there. I smile to the mothers that are the ladies that are aspirational mothers that can't wait to be mothers one day. I want to just highlight my own mother, who has been an absolute rock in my life. I love her. She is watching the commission meetings, and I hope she's smiling right now because I love her so much. She loves me, and she's been my biggest cheerleader all my life. I love you, Mama. To all the mothers that work around me, hey, it's our day. I hope we all have a wonderful, happy Mother's Day, and thank you so much for recognizing us. Thank you.
Awesome, wonderful, very good. And we are on to your communication, JJ.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'm going to start with a walk-on item. At 5:30, as the school board, you approve the Safe School Officer to approve a resolution to be done at the City Commission. This is what allows the funding for the school resource officer. It's a Safe Schools program is what it is, actually. So the request is to ratify, it's actually the 25-26 Charter School Safety and Security Requirements Assurance. You approved that earlier, so it has to be done by resolution. So you're ratifying it. It's a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Coral Springs, Florida, authorizing the allocation of public funds and the assignment of a school resource officer at the Coral Springs Charter School and providing for an effective date. Of course, to have a motion to approve that.
I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Carries unanimously.
Thank you all. Secondly, this is a request for the mayor to proclaim, in accordance with Section 4-08 of the City of Coral Springs City Charter, the general election scheduled for Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026. And there's seats 1 as mayor, which will be a 4-year term now. Seat 2, 4-year term. Seat 3 is 2 years of an unexpired term, which is the vice mayor's term. And letting you know, when I've spoken with you, she was incredible. And from an attorney's point of view, she asked incredible questions and just lovely. And I have my deputy city attorney and senior deputy city attorney, and we talk about how much she has missed in this organization. So thank you for everything, for sharing her. And Mayor, seat 4 is also a 4-year term. So you declare it, Mayor. There's a proclamation that I'll ask you to sign, which is simply proclaiming exactly what I just said.
Sure.
So
I'll entertain a motion to approve, to proclaim.
Move to proclaim elections.
Second to proclaim.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, carries unanimously.
that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
All right, very good. We are adjourned. Our next regular meeting is Wednesday, May 20th at 6:30. Have a great evening, all.